Now let's go live to the Ministry of Finance, where Pensioner Bondholders Forum are holding a news conference as part of the 7th day protest. Also with them again is Sophia Kufo, former Chief Justice.
To enable it move ahead with the IMF program. And we said from day one that if government exempted pensioners, they could still make the 80% and move ahead. So the idea that if pensioners didn't come under the program will not succeed and Ghana will suffer was not the correct position of the situation. We believe if we're not in, we could still get the 80% and move ahead. So now we have gotten the 80% and we can move ahead with the IMF program. The minister has given assurances that those who didn't tender in their bonds will be paid their coupons and principal when due. That is already an assurance that the issuer has given from day one when the issuer was issuing the bonds. No issuer issue bonds and do not promise that I will not pay. Every issuer who issues bonds, that's the first promise under the bond, that I will pay you the coupon and the principal when due. So the minister is just restating the old promise that that the issuer has already given to the bondholders. If that promise was not there, nobody will ever give you his or her money. Because how can I give you money when you are not going to pay? So that promise is the original promise that the minister is giving. So that is fine that you again give this assurance. I liken it to somebody who is marrying and has given the marriage vow. If every year you want to go and renew your marriage vow, yes, the vow is already there. Whether you renew it or you don't renew it, the vow is there. So if you are going to renew it, you can renew it. But your old vow is there. So the vow or the promise to pay interest and principal is already there from the one that these bonds were issued. Now you come to the exemption that we are looking for. And let me take this opportunity to explain the difference between what we are in now. Now, as the minister said in the statement, he used the word self-exempt, if you have self-exempted yourself. So he's assuring the self-exempted people that they will also be treated like other people. We want to be like the other people, not like the self-exempt people. And if you say like the other people, he's referring to who? Those that has been exempted, the bond, the pension funds, and the teachers fund or whatever, the medical people's fund. But we are in the self-exempt group. We didn't want to be self-exempt. Self-exempt is by default. If you don't tender in your bond, you have self-exempted yourself. You have exempted yourself. If you tender your bond, you have joined the program. We wanted an exemption so that we don't be part of the self-exempt people by default. But because the minister still has not exempted us, we are now part of that group that we call self-exempt. That is not we want. We wanted to be self-exempt, and we are still fighting. We want to be exempted, and we are still fighting to be exempted. Now the difference between exemption, the issuer exemption, and the self-exemption. If any issuer of any security is having problems and he wants to restructure the securities, and he tells you that for you, your bonds that you are holding, it is not part of the bonds or the loans I cannot pay. I may not be able to pay. So for you, don't come here. Rest. Yours is not part of the bonds I think I will have problem paying. So you, the loans that I have taken from you, I will continue to do as I'm doing. There's no challenge whatsoever handling the loans I have taken from you. What I am restructuring are the loans that I may find difficult paying, and that is why I'm restructuring that side. So from day one, there is a difference. When the man say, the issuer say, you are exempted. Go home, go and rest. If you like, don't even read anything about debt domestic exchange because you are not part of it. But the others, I may have some challenges paying. That is why I'm exempting. So from day one, there is difference between the two groups. If you move forward, when the time comes and because the issuer has some impairment in its income generation ability, he is unable to pay. Those who were exempted, when they are talking to the issuer, what they will ask the issuer, you told us we are not part of these problems that you are having, paying coupons and whatever. That's why you exempted us. You didn't bring us in. You've said we are not part. Why haven't you given us our principal or our coupon? The issuer will just have to be begging, please, yes, I'm having problems. I'm trying to get you money as soon as possible. Those who have been self-exempted, those who have exempted themselves, if they go, the issuer still has the obligation to pay them. The issuer has still the obligation to pay both the issuer exempted holders and the self-exempted holders. So that obligation is still there. But these people, when they go, the issuer will say, well, I haven't gotten the money for you yet. I told you it's likely I will have some problems. So wait, I'm trying to get money to pay you. And that is why I say that your bond, I will term it as I told you so bond. The issuer will say, yes, I told you so, that I may not be able to pay. So that is why I wanted you to exchange it for the new one. And you didn't agree. So wait, I'm trying to get money to pay you. So you move to what I would term I told you so bond. So still here you see the difference between the two, the exempted guys and the people who exempted themselves. Then the third level that you can see a clear difference is that when the issuer is able to generate income, but not sufficient enough to cover both the people he has exempted and the people who exempted themselves. The issuer at that time, if I ask you as a pressman, and I want somebody to answer this question, the issuer, for example, we are two. I have given the issuer 1 million, and my brother has given the issuer another 1 million. The issuer, exempted me from the program. He said, don't come here, go and sleep. As for you, I don't have any problem at all dealing with the funds you have given me. It is your brother that I may have challenges. That's why I wanted your brother to come under. And my brother didn't go under. Now the issuer has only 1 million. He must give me 1 million, and you must give my brother who exempted himself 1 million. But the issuer now has only 1 million to give. Whom do you think the issuer will give that 1 million? The one the issuer has exempted. Good. So in case the issuer doesn't have enough money to go around, the people the issuer has exempted will be the first people to receive the little that the issuer has. And the rest, you will receive it, but you will wait for the issuer to generate another income before he pay you your coupons. So there's a difference between when the issuer has exempted you and when you have exempted yourself. We pensioners want to be exempted so that we are on a better ground than when we self-exempt ourselves. Now, thankfully, the program is ended. We didn't go under it. The minister has forced us to be part of the self-exempted people. That is not what we want. We want to be exempted, just as pension funds didn't want to be part of self-exempt. The Medical Association pension fund didn't want to be part of the self-exempt. They stood their grounds and they say exempt us. And the government didn't tell them that just opt out. Just opt out and I'll pay you your bonds. Why didn't the government tell the pension funds that just opt out? It is voluntary. Just opt out and I'll pay you your bonds. Why didn't the government tell the medical people just opt out? become a self-exempt person, and I'll pay you your the government or the minister knows that there's a difference between the issuer exempting you and you exempting yourself. When the issuer exempts you, he has added responsibility because you were not part of the bonds that the issuer says he may not be able to service. So that is where we want to be, that we want the issuer to exempt us. Now the issuer has gotten the 80%, so he's going ahead with the program. The issuer wants us to remain self-exempt. That is not what we want. We want the issuer to exempt us as it exempted the pension funds, as it has exempted the Medical Association Fund. Last 3 days or so, I think other 2 days ago, when the medical people wrote a letter to the minister or made a press statement, the minister has responded. A letter to them saying, you are exempted just like the pension funds has been exempted. What is preventing the minister from responding to our letter that we wrote? If now you know you have exempted us, or if you think what you have brought out to the public amounts to exemption, what is your difficulty taking a letter and writing to the pensioners that I refer to your letter so and so, please be assured that your bonds are exempted. The word exempted, if the minister doesn't want to use the word, the problem will not be solved. If the minister refuses to use the word exempted, you have been exempted as the minister used for the pension funds and the doctors fund. This matter will not end. Just use the word, I have exempted you. It doesn't change what is available now. You now have your 80. We are not going to tender in anyway. Nobody is going to bring it. It is still in the old bonds. Why is the minister finding it difficult to respond to our letter and just tell us that you have been exempted? This is what we want the minister to do. And I have told the minister in a meeting last Friday that he knows. I know he has worked in the securities market. He knows. And I have been in the securities market, so I know that there is a difference between when the issuer has exempted you and when you have exempted yourself. We did not decide to exempt ourselves. We're waiting for the minister to exempt us. He didn't exempt us, and once the period is closed, we become self-exempted people. That is not what we want. We want the minister to respond to our letter, the petition we sent, which was delivered to his office on the 10th of January 2023. He has the address there. He should just address a letter to us as he addressed a letter to the Medical Association people and just say pensioners has been exempted from the DDG, and that will end the matter. Otherwise, we will continue to fight until that word is used by the minister in a letter to us. That is the end of my submission, and I'll wait to answer questions.
Dr. Anche, so per what you have said now, does it mean that you believe that although government says there is no money, it will still get some money to pay those that it has said it has exempted, for which you are forcing to get onto that list?
Yes, I have said that in the securities market, in this bonds market, when the issuer has exempted you, and there is little money that cannot go around all of you, the issuer will first treat the people that the issuer itself said, I have exempted you. And that is where we want to be.
Okay.
Well, very interesting thoughts there, but details or more from that particular news conference over here on the Joy News channel. Now, his name...